I am about to reveal to you 11 secrets that I have used to make well over $1 million in sales that I've also shared with my 6, 7, and 8-figure entrepreneur clients that have done the same. You're probably wondering, why am I whispering? Well, if you pay attention and watch this video to the very end, you'll have more of an understanding why. Lock in, pay attention now, because this is going to be the best sales training that you have ever watched that I guarantee is going to print you more money in your business. And guess what it all links back to? Mindset. My name's John Gabb, and I help entrepreneurs and business owners make more money using the power of their mind. If you want to know more about that, lock into my channel, hit me up on Instagram at John Gabb Mindset. Lock into this video and let's win. Today we are talking about sales. Okay, I'm going to be sharing with you how I've closed well over $1 million online, whether it be through DMs, whether it be through sales calls, whether it be through webinars and group pitches. I've done it all, and I've made well over $1 million, and I've helped my clients do the same with the principles I'm going to share with you today. The reason I've decided to make this video today is 2 reasons. 1, sales is very much linked to mindset. And number 2, I've decided I'm going to start sharing with you people the lessons I've learned in business, making a lot of money and a lot of money for my clients. And I'm just going to share with you the tactics and the strategies of business, because quite honestly, it's only 10% of the equation of your success in business. The other 90% is mindset, and you will become a paying client because you'll realize my mindset's holding me back. John is the GOAT at mindset. Let me just go and pay John to work with him. So these are my intentions. So we do business together. I'm holding nothing back. So I'm just going to give as much value as I can up front, like all my other videos, but I'm going to start teaching you guys business lessons. All right, get ready, guys, because I can guarantee you right now, these are going to be some of the most powerful lessons you have learned on sales that you have not heard anywhere else. I can guarantee you that right now. And if you don't believe me, pay attention to point number 1 and you'll realize, oh, damn, I've never heard this one before. One of the biggest mistakes I see with people who teach sales, you see all these reels on Instagram, all these people who claim that they can help you close. No, they can't, brother. And the point, in fact, is this. Sales is 90% body language and tonality and only 10% verbal. It says around 87 to 93%. We're just going to say 90% to keep it simple. Sales and convincing somebody to buy from you and persuading people is tonality and body language. Understand this, and understand that your tonality and your body language is going to be projected outwards by your internal state, which is what? Your body, which is what? Your subconscious mind, which is what? Mindset. Everything in business, in sales, in making money links back to mindset, links back to psychology. And the quicker you realize this, the quicker you're going to make more money. So it's not what you say, it's how you say it. The famous UCLA study by Dr. I can't pronounce his surname, revealed that only 7%, again, 7, some say 11, we're going to say 90% of communications and effectiveness comes from the actual words that you say. 38% is tonality, 55% is body language. That's 93% of your message coming from nonverbal cues. So if you're pitching a 50K offer and the subconscious mind believes I'm not worth this, your prospect subconscious picks up on the incongruence in microseconds through subtle vocal tension or body language, whatever it might be. Right? So remember this lesson, guys. I'm just going to be sprinkling golden nuggets throughout this video of things you've never heard before. People think sales is about getting the prospect to believe you. No. Sales is getting the prospect to believe that you believe what you're saying. There's a very big difference there. If I believe in what I'm saying, my conviction is going to be so strong. My energy, my certainty, my power, my conviction is going to be so strong that you are going to end up believing that I have a solution to your problem. It's either you are being sold or you are selling. It's one of those two. And the one with the most conviction will always win. If you have a product that you believe in, I believe in my product 110%. If I'm speaking to a prospect who needs help with their mindset to grow their business and make more money, my conviction over their conviction will always win. And because I believe in my product, and because I know I can help anyone who's in a position, who's a business owner, who's making money, who wants to grow their business and make more money, and they know their mindset's holding them back, I will always win in this debate, in this discussion. Because my conviction is higher. I believe more that my product's going to help you more than it's not going to help you. Therefore, I will outsell you. It's very simple. So remember, guys, and these are going off topic right now, but People don't want to believe you. They want to believe that you believe what you're saying because they're always looking for confirmation. Am I making the right decision? And if you don't have fucking conviction in your product, you don't believe in what you're selling, they're going to feel that energy. And they're going to say, something feels off here. This is why, again, when it comes to selling, guys, get out of the mindset of taking. You know, so many people are in this energy. How do I take? How do I get money from him? How do I serve this brother? How do I serve this sister? How do I help them today? When you come from that energy, your sales closing rate will massively increase. When you truly want to help somebody and you have conviction in yourself and the product, your close rate will be massive. This is how I close through the DMs, high ticket deals, because of my conviction, even through my voice notes. Even through a voice note, people feel my conviction. I don't need to get you on the phone and walk you through a whole presentation to explain to you how I can help you. They see my content, they see the value, they speak to me through the DM or WhatsApp, and they say, this guy can help me. Matching that, of course, with good offers and other things in place, but it's my tonality and body language. Why? Because my conviction within is projected outwards. You cannot fake tonality and body language. You can't fake these things. The conviction is an internal game. So it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Lesson number one. If you guys are not working on tonality and body language, you are leaving fucking thousands on the table, if not millions. Because it's not what you say, it's how you say it. On top of this, guys, if you do not understand and if you do not have a script in the back of your mind, if you do not have language patterns in your sales process that you can immediately go to, then you're going to be thinking, what do I say? What do I say? What do I say? Then you cannot operate from flow state. You cannot go into your subconscious mind. And if you're on a call and you're in your conscious mind, you have to think about what they're going to say back. You've lost. Because in sales, you want to get into your subconscious mind. You want to get into the flow state. You want to know and not have to think about what you're saying. Imagine, for example, when you first learn to drive a car. Right? You first learn to drive a car. At first, you're really focused. You're like looking around. You have to really think about every movement. You get to the point where you don't even think about what you're doing. You get in the car, you drive to a destination. You don't even remember how you got there. That's how your sales process should be. You shouldn't even have to think about how you got to the close. You're in this autopilot, programmed flow state where you're just knowing exactly what to say when they say it. Whatever objection they say, you just loop it straight back. And then you can focus on body language and tonality. So they object to you and you say, of course, Mr. Prospect, I understand. And I agree with you. But let me ask you this. And then you have a language pattern that will handle that objection head on without you having to think about it on the call in the moment and go, what do I say? What do I say? What do I say? Imagine you're driving your car. What do I do? Which gear do I put it into? Where do I turn? It's very simple, bro. So you have to work with the subconscious mind, which is what I teach people to become an excellent salesman. If you are in sales, if you run a sales company, right, and you're not working with your subconscious mind, you're leaving millions on the table, bro. Millions on the table. Undeniable. Next step, take immediate control of the sale. Immediate control of the sale. You are the authority. You are the person they are going to defer to. If you come on the call and you're too casual and you're just chilling, whatever else, they're going to think that they might have the upper hand when no, we're here to do business, my bro. This is why, again, when I speak to people through the DMs, which is where I close right now, right? I don't, oh, how are you doing? It's just like, listen, let's talk business. This is the pricing. I sometimes even say the pricing at the very beginning. I don't want to have to convince you. I only want to work with qualified, serious individuals. And if I come, hey, bro, so tell me that, no, we're going to get straight to business. The same as if you're taking a sales call. You go, hey, how you doing today? Have a little bit of chit chat. This is how the call is going to go. I'm going to ask you some questions to see where you're at. And then I'm going to figure out if and how we can help you. I'm going to explain how we're going to help you. And then I'm going to explain to you how the program will help you achieve your goals. And we can make a decision on this call. Sound good? Perfect. If they start to ask you questions or take you off track, you bring back control of the call. Because you are the authority. If you went to the doctor's office, right, and the doctor is asking you questions and you start asking him questions. Well, I don't actually think I should take this medication. Tell me why you wouldn't do that. You just defer to the doctor because he is the authority. So if you're not being deferred to as an authority on the call, something has gone wrong in your sales process, whether it's from content, whether it's from the pre-frame of the sales call, whether it's the way you took control of the call, whether you said something on the call that knocked your credibility. There is something missing where people think they can have the upper hand or the prospect thinks that they can overpower you. Sales is not about that, guys. You have to understand you are there as the authority, as the person who's helping them solve a problem. So if they think that they're above you subconsciously, they don't defer to you as the expert. Do you understand? Imagine I got on the call with somebody, they start telling me about mindset. Hey, brother, can I just ask you a question? Do you think if we was to speak right now about mindset, bearing in mind I've been doing this for 5 years, I've coached thousands of entrepreneurs, and I've worked with 6, 7, and 8-figure entrepreneurs, who would you think has more value and more information around this topic? Okay, so is it fair if I take lead of this call and explain to you how I can help you? Boom. For example, you get my point, but I'm going to take lead, bro. I'm not going to let somebody else overpower me on a call. It's not going to happen. Because again, conviction in the product, conviction in myself, authority. And again, for you men out there, if you're a man watching this and you do sales, brother, you better be in your masculine energy. Because if you're in a feminine, weak energy, bro, if you've got weak habits, if you're snoozing your alarm, if you're watching, you know what I'm talking about, if you're scrolling social media, you're going to be in a low state, my bro. If you're just operating from feeling and emotion, if you ain't hitting the gym, if you ain't looking good, brother, what are you doing in sales? What are you doing in sales, bro? It's again a transfer of energy. The reason I am so confident and have so much conviction in myself is because I have conviction in me, bro. Me. It transfers outwards because I have empowering habits, right? I have strong character, strong values that I follow. That transfers into sales, my bro. Best believe. So as we get into the call, or we're closing through the DMs, whatever it might be, it's very important that you gather intelligence. This is the most important thing. Again, why, guys? Why is this so important? So I can use it against them? No, so we can genuinely see if we want to help them. One of the biggest points I want to say about sales, guys, is we truly care about people. We have a pure heart. We genuinely want to help them. We're not here to take. We're not here to manipulate. We're not here to trick them. We are here to see, are they a good fit for the program? Can we truly help this person change their life? Once you have this switch in your mind, your close rate will go up again because people feel energy. If people feel like you're trying to take from them, they feel that. They know. You know when you get a DM or something from somebody, just by their tonality, hey, bro, I just wanted to reach out. Bro, come on, man. You know? With me, for example, like I said, when I reach out to somebody, I'm having a conversation with somebody, whatever is going on, because my intention is to serve them and help them, even if I'm direct and to the point, they know that I'm here to help them. They understand that I'm here to serve them. It's, again, I promise you guys, so much of this game of sales is energy transfer. It's transfer of energy. Thoughts are energy. People can feel energy. Like if you go into a room, for example, right? Let's say you're in a room and somebody walks into the room. You can immediately tell if the energy's off, right? Think about that. They don't say anything. They don't do anything, but you're like, that feels off. It's energy, bro. So think about that in sales. It's the same thing. So you have to gather intelligence from a place of truly wanting to serve them. Give and receive, my brothers. The more you give, the more you will receive. So ask smart questions. Build rapport as you gather questions and genuinely have an interest. Genuinely have an interest in them, right? And we need to understand the problems they're facing and figure out if we can even help them and how. Like, guys, again, genuinely want to help people. If you're in sales, you're in the people business, man. You're in the people business. You know, you're here to help people. So if you come into the sales call and you're like, how do I take and make money? Yeah, sure, you can close a few deals that way. But I promise you right now, your close rate will go up if you go in there genuinely wanted to help people. And even if you don't close that direct deal, that good energy and that goodwill will come back to you. I've had people in the past where I don't close them on the sales call. I'm like, brother, I don't believe I can help you. They will either refer people to me or they come back later on down the line and they say, thank you, bro. It's all about energy. So gather intelligence, ask the right questions. What kind of questions are we going to ask? Well, we need to identify a few things. 1, where are they currently at? 2, where are they trying to go? 3, what blocks are slowing them down? It's very simple. Where they are, where they're going, what's slowing them down. That's it. Now, you can ask deeper questions from within that, of course. You can ask specific questions from within that, of course. But again, when you come from this genuine place of truly wanting to help them, you're going to do it from that place. You genuinely want to know. So one of the most powerful things I can share with you today is this, right? People have these questions that they ask people, all right? So the question might be, one of the questions is why? Why is it important to you? This question, the way I see most people ask it is terrible. Why? Because again, they're doing it from a place of taking, like let me gather ammo to use it against them. And number 2, the way they ask it means that the prospect is never going to open up to you truly. They're never going to give you the true answer. Let me give you an example. If I say to you right now, I'm speaking to you and you tell me, yeah, I want to make $100,000 a month. And I say to you, why? And then you say, well, I want to help my family out. Why? Like, why is that important to you? And I'm trying to take information from them versus I say this, right? And again, it's all from a genuine place. Brother, let me tell you a story. When I had my first success in business, it was a $10,000 month. I couldn't seem to tap into the motivation and power of achieving that goal in the beginning days. Then I discovered the power of a reason why. And once I'd done that, I started to realize my reason why was my granddad. At the time, I lived with my granddad, and I loved my granddad. He supported me in business, and he always wanted to see me hit that $10,000 a month goal. And when I tapped into that reason why, I was actually able to hit the $10,000 goal. And one of the things I see with most entrepreneurs I speak to is they don't have a compelling enough reason why. So I want to help you today to really discover, what is your reason why? What's your driving force? So if I ask you now, you say you want to make $100,000 a month, what's the deeper reason behind that? You know, so two things are happening here. One, I'm genuinely helping him, because if he leaves the call today, bro, you now know that if you tap into a stronger reason why, it's going to help you achieve your goals. And number two, I have information that I can use to help him move forward with me. Again, you see that? Help him move forward with me, make a right decision. And I will use that in a very truthful, integral way. I say, brother, look, you want to retire your mum, right? You want to make the $100,000. Brother, look, I understand, but listen, if you do not change your mindset, are you going to be able to do that? They're going to say no. I say, brother, look, with my program, and then I go into the close again, guys. But it's from a place of love, bro. Ultimately, it's love. But when you ask questions, the overall point I'm trying to make here is use justifiers. You have to justify why you are asking certain questions. Otherwise, you come across just like you're interrogating them. And people get their back up. As soon as somebody has their back up, you're losing. And again, it's very simple. In sales, you want to be liked. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. So if they don't feel like they like you on the call, or they don't feel like they can trust you, guess what's going to happen? They're going to be like, this guy's weird. Why is he asking me these strange questions? But when you come from a genuine place of like, brother, I truly want to help you. I've seen with my clients, those that have compelling reasons why versus those that don't have compelling reasons why, these guys make more money. And I want to help you make more money. So what's your reason why? Let's unpack it right now. Simple. And the reality is, imagine two things, yeah? Imagine he's like, I don't really have a reason why. Do you even want to work with him? If he doesn't have a compelling reason why, no. He's not going to probably commit or be serious. And then number two, if you help him get clear on his reason why, he's then going to be more committed to working with you because he has a strong emotional attachment to actually achieving the goal. So it's a win-win. Right? And again, we ask these questions, guys. I'm going to keep emphasizing this from a place of truly wanting to help them, not to just manipulate them or take their money, bro. As you continue to ask these questions, build rapport as you gather intelligence. Another thing I don't see anybody talking about. As you go through a sales presentation, you constantly want to be gathering, as you gather intelligence, building rapport. So as I ask a question, be like, brother, that's incredible, man. You know, like, let's say he's like, I want to retire my mom. Say, brother, that's incredible. You know, I think that's incredible that you want to retire your mom. It shows a lot about you as a man. I'm just going to build rapport with him, make him feel good about himself. And again, genuinely make him feel good, bro. As a salesperson, it's your role to almost coach these people. Not coach them and give them the answers to their problems. Obviously not that, because then they're going to walk away from the call thinking they know the answer. But what I'm saying is, it's to help them. It's to elevate them. Do you understand? Genuinely have an interest, like I said. Don't just ask questions for the sake of asking questions. I guarantee, if you're in sales right now, and I say to you, why are you even asking certain questions? You don't even know why. You don't even know why. You're just asking it because you've been told to ask it. But if you question, why am I asking this? It's going to come from a more genuine place. All right. So either way, we need to understand the problems they're facing right now and figure out how we can help them now. Figure out how we can help them and how. That's it. Where are they at? Where are they trying to go? What's holding them back? What have they tried that hasn't worked? You know, why didn't it work? Etc. etc. And again, you're going to see why asking these questions ties into the close massively. Yeah, watch. Number 4. Transition once you complete the questions. Based on what you've told me today, there's a few main problems I've noticed that are preventing you from achieving goal X. I'm just going to explain these to you. Now, guys, again, you apply this into your sales process, you're going to make a lot more money. Guarantee you right now. Guarantee you right now. Understand this, guys. Sales is simply this, right? They are in pain. They're looking for a solution. They're in pain. They want pleasure. Okay? They're in pain, they want pleasure. Why are they on the call with you? Because they're seeing if you have the solution to their pain. So you can give them a solution to it. Very, very basic psychology. Again, I never see anyone talking about this. So if they're in pain and you have the solution to their pain, why don't you just make them aware of that pain and highlight it to them so they understand it deeper? So based on what you've told me today, there's a few main problems I've noticed that are preventing you from achieving goal X. I'm going to explain those to you. And as you explain the problems, you ask around their problems to get them to understand, and they tell you. So I'll give you some examples. When I first started in business, I ran a marketing agency, and we used to work with e-commerce brands. The average salesperson would say this: yeah, we're going to run your retargeting ads. What are retargeting ads? I don't know what they are. Remember, another nugget here, guys. We are selling the benefit of the benefit. If you sell features, you're going to stay broke. If you just retargeting ads, bro, they don't care. They just want to get to their goal. You could go and put leaflets around the town. If you can guarantee and show them how it works, they will pay you. So understand, yeah? If I say to you this, let me ask you, how many people currently go to your website? Let's keep it really simple. So they're like, 100,000 people a month. Okay, from those 100,000 people a month, how many people are buying? Oh, we have a conversion rate of 1%. Okay, so from those other 99% of people that come to the website and leave, how are you getting those guys to come back? Oh, we're not. Oh, so 99% of people are leaving the website each month and you're doing nothing to collect that information and get them to come back and buy again. No, we're not doing that. Oh, then what you would say is this, right? And I can't remember the specific data because I ran this agency years ago, but I would get data, all right? So I would say, for example, like, let's just keep it real simple. It takes on average somebody to see your website 5 times before they buy from you. Let's just say that's the example. I can't remember what it is, but you get my point. I would have a stat and a data to back up my claim. So I say, well, on average, it takes somebody 5 times to see you to buy. Okay? Here's what I would say. I would bring out the pain on this. So I wouldn't even resolve the pain right now, guys. So fucking important here. I would just bring out the pain and make them sit in the pain. And there's a reason why we do this. Again, this is all from a place of integrity. But you would say, so you have 99% of people coming to your website and leaving. They're like, yeah, and you're doing nothing to do that. No. Okay, did you know that X amount of people have to go to a website? Did you know that, whatever you would say? So now they're like, oh shit. Here's where you get even more painful. Let me ask you this, right? If you could get back, like, let's say the data says that retargeting gets back X%, whatever it would be, you get it, statistics and numbers and data. If you say to them this, right? Well, if you could get back 1% of that traffic to buy from you, how much would that be worth to you? Okay? So let's say, for example, 1% of their traffic, let's say their AOV would be $100. 1% of the traffic coming back will be 1,000 people. That's going to be $100,000 if I'm not mistaken. 1,000 times 100. Hold on, what even is that math? I don't even know. Let me do the maths on this real quick. I'm shit at maths. 100 times 1,000. Yeah, 100,000. 100,000. So this is what I'm saying, guys. I'm shit at maths and I'm still printing. So the point is, you would say to them, we can get back 1% of your traffic to your website, right? That's going to be worth to them 100,000 per month, right? Let's say, again, 1% come back to the website from 100,000 people, 1,000, 100 people buy, 100,000. That was such simple maths. How did I not work that out? Anyway, you get my point, guys. The point of the matter is this, yeah? When it comes to doing this, you want to highlight problems that they have and you want to emphasize the pain and the specific numbers of them not achieving that, all right? Once you've done this, and you've highlighted the problems they have, and they understand the problems they have, right? They're now sitting in pain. So for example, let's say if I'm sitting and speaking to an entrepreneur and I'm like, okay, you're an entrepreneur, right? And I'm saying to you, let me ask you this, bro. Let me ask you this, bro. How many hours a day do you spend scrolling on your phone? They're like, well, 2 hours a day. And I say, okay, well, 2 hours a day. From those 2 hours, over a week, what is that to you? So they're like, well, that's 14 hours. Okay, and in the space of a month, that's about 50 hours, right? Okay, so if you was to invest 50 hours more into your business, how much more money could you make? And they're like, well, probably 10,000 extra a month. I'm like, okay, so 10,000, so that's 60,000 a year you're losing by having this bad habit. Then they're like, oh, fuck, you know? I reclaimed my maths skills, guys. I reclaimed my maths skills. But you get my point. So now I'm taking a problem, which is their bad habits, right? Which is what I help entrepreneurs with, but I'm attaching it to a huge fucking pain point of 60 grand a year. Now imagine I take that to an entrepreneur who's doing 100 grand a month. That could be worth to him 100,000. That could be worth to him $1 million a year just by me helping him improve his morning routine. I'm not selling a morning routine. I'm selling him what his desire is, his goal is, which is $1 million extra a year. You see the difference here, guys? So now you transition, right? You bring out the pain. You explain to them the consequences deeply of them not solving this problem. Now, present your value. Here, again, another mistake I see people make, right? Don't talk about the entire program. People don't care about what's in. We have a school group and the group is this and we have this many calls. They don't give a shit. They don't care. They just want to know, can you help me get to my goal? Can you help me solve my problems? So what you do, you would say this. So based on everything we've gone over today, we've highlighted the pain and the problems to them, how much it's costing them. You now seem like an incredible expert because you are. You understand more about the business than them. You understand about their problem so deeply, they're like, well, he knows he's an expert, right? Then you break down your program. So you would say something like this. Mr. Prospect. Let me just go free flow. I'm gonna just go free flow. So based on everything you told me today, Mr. Prospect, we have a program called X. This program is designed to take you from where you are to the desired goal. Would you like to know more about it? Like, yeah, I would. Okay, there's so many things in the program that are going to help you get to X goal, but there's 3 main areas where I can see it's going to most benefit you. Number 1 is your habits. We've established that it's costing you how much a year? 60,000 a year. Great. We have a specific part of the program which helps you master your habits, which will help you build a better routine, which will allow you to make that extra $60,000 a year or more. What questions do you have about this? Boom. I'm not going to talk. I don't need to. The module goes through how to build habits. We talk about cue, routine, reward. They don't care, bro. They don't care. How many times you've been on a sales call and you start pitching your service and you just see the prospect zoning out because they don't give a fuck. They quite honestly don't care. They just like, so you just quickly highlight the solution to their problem. What questions do you have about that? Next point, next problem, solution to their problem, highlight that, done. Next solution to their last problem, done. Okay, so you've highlighted their 3 problems. You've shown them how you can solve each problem. Okay, and again, guys, even more value. Throughout each solution part to it, when you break down, all right, how this part can help you, you highlight testimonials to reinforce their certainty in the product, their trust in the product. So you would say, for example, entrepreneur name came through my program. He was in the same position as you. He had bad habits. He was scrolling social media all the time. He was procrastinating. Once I showed him the mind system, he was able to reprogram his habits and he was able to stop those bad habits. And guess where he got to? He was able to go from $3,000 a month to $20,000 every single month in sales. They're like, oh shit, this worked for him. He was like me. He was in the city. He worked with John. He got result. Simple. It's so simple, guys. Now, you highlight the problems. You give them the solution. You say how your program can help them. Then you follow up with this. So, what questions do you have about my product? This is golden, guys. What questions do you have about the product? Now, when they go through this part, and you say, like, what questions do you have about the product? They're going to start revealing their uncertainty, right? They're going to ask you, but how does the coaching calls work? Then you talk about the coaching calls. Where is the program hosted? On school. Then you talk about that. Maybe you showcase them it on a presentation, right? Then you can start answering all of the features and the logistical questions of it, right? Then they might start to ask questions which reveal their uncertainty. Now, again, what most fucking average, which is 99% of these sales reps out there do, they start talking about the product and the price before they've even got them on a 10 out of 10 certainty. Makes no sense, bro. So imagine I go, again, this is what most people do, yeah? They're like, okay, so you're here, you're trying to get to here. Okay, we have a program. This is how the program works. Here's the price. No, my bro. Where are you at? Where are you trying to get to? Oh, these are your problems. Bring out the pain. Link it to how it's stopping them from achieving their goal. Show how your program solves that problem and instantly will get them the result they want, and showcase how that's helped for other clients in the same position. And then you ask them questions they have about the product or about you, whatever it might be. Now they are logically sold. They have no logical blocks in their mind about how this program can help them or solve them. Now understand another golden lesson. In sales, you have to sell people emotionally and logically. You can't just be emotionally selling them and no logic, and it can't just be logically selling them and no emotion. So again, this goes back to the point I said before. When you're going through the sales process, right, you have to make sure that you are constantly building rapport and asking the right questions, looping it back, emphasizing on certain points, understanding more, digging deeper into the questions. Again, I didn't go as deep into those points as possible, but you get my point. So as you're going through the call, you're always going to be building them up emotionally and logically. Now, here again, like I said, they're going to ask you questions, you're going to answer them. Now, here is the golden power questions, right? Power questions you ask before you reveal the price, my people. People always make a decision based on what the state that they are in. If they are in a state of uncertainty and you reveal the price, oh my days, you have just put yourself into an uphill battle. You've just put yourself into an uphill battle. Because if they're uncertain about the product and you say, now the price is this, they're like, fuck, bro, good luck, all right? Get them to ask all questions about the program. Now you say, so what questions you have about our program? Now, can you see how this will help you achieve X goal? If they say 100%, let's go, then we're good. We can proceed. If they're like, yeah, man, I think I could see. But, brother, for me, I'm 11 out of 10 that this program is going to help you transform your life. I've seen it happen for people in the exact same position or as you, like Daniel, who came in last month and went from here to here. I've seen it with name. I've seen it with name. It sounds like you're not 100% certain. What are your concerns that you have? Yeah, you know, John, it's just that they start revealing their blocks. I've been burned in the past. I tried this in the past. It didn't work out. Whatever else it might be, they're going to reveal to you their uncertainty. They're going to reveal to you the truth of why they don't think it's going to work for them. And then you loop it back and address it before you go to the close. You want to get them certain before you reveal the price. Guys, I don't care what anyone says. This is one of the most elite sales training you are ever going to watch. If you understand what I said here on bringing out the pain, presenting your value, how it solves the pain, and then you ask power questions before you close that answer any objections they may have, and then you go into the close, you're going to crush it. Another golden question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel this is for you? Again, if they're at 8 out of 10, I'm a 10 out of 10. What's stopping you? And again, guys, they genuinely might not think it's the right program for them. So cool. It's not for you then, my bro. It's not for you. But if they just have objections or they have concerns about themselves or whatever else, it's your duty as a salesperson to loop it back and show them how you can help them, right? Then we ask for the order. So we've done all of this. Great. Amazing. Again, there's certain things I would say, but I'm not going to dive too deep into that right now. You ask for the order. Now, let me ask you this golden question. You, if you're a sales rep or you're in sales, how many times do you ask for the close? Probably once or twice. Like most average sales reps, they ask for the close once. This is the price. Oh, it's too much. And here's what I'm saying to you guys. Asking for the close does not mean objection handling. Let me get one thing straight right now. Asking for the close does not mean objection handling. Asking for the close is something like this. And let me go into it before I jump ahead of myself, right? So you handle objections and loop back into the sale and represent. The sale begins when you reveal the price, guys. The sale begins once you reveal the price. That's when the close begins, sorry. The sale begins from the beginning of the call. The close begins when you start reveal the price. Always ends with asking for your order. Reboost certainty on their objection and use tonality, sincere, reasonable, and certainty. So for example, they have an objection. Their objection is, I don't know if it's going to work for me. Well, again, I'm not going to go too in depth into this part right now. You loop it back. You would say, well, I completely understand. Always comply. You address their fear. I understand you're in this position. It didn't work for you in the past. Let me tell you a story about Daniel. Let me tell you a story about Jack. He was in this position. He went from here to here to here. Whatever else. Brother, I know this is going to work for you. Let's get this going right now. We can get you onboarded today. People need to be told what to do. In their mind, they're like, I shouldn't do this. You have to tell them what to do. And it's from a place, again, of love and truly wanting to help them. But if you just let them think about it themselves, they're not going to move forward. Let's get this going. These are ways that you ask for the close. Let's get this going. Let's get started right now. Let's put the investment down, brother. These are asking for the close. Do you understand? Let's do this right now. I'll send you the invoice. We get this going. Sound good? You see what I'm saying, guys? This is asking for the close. Now, remember, guys, the average salesperson will ask for the close maybe once or twice. Elite salespeople will ask for it above 7 times. 7 times! You just hit asking once, and you're, oh, okay, no problem, bye. 7 times. But again, you guys are like, again, mindset. Of course, it's all mindset. The reason why you don't want to ask for the close, you don't feel worthy. You feel like, oh, I'm being pushy, I'm being needy. Brother, when you believe in your service and your product, and you come with such an aura, such confidence, such conviction in the product, and you genuinely want to help them, say, brother, let me ask you this, man. What's the worst that can happen if you do this today? Okay, you're going to spend some money. Okay, you're going to become a bit uncomfortable. Let me ask you this. Would you agree that growth happens when you're uncomfortable? Would you agree that your comfort is what's kept you stuck? Yeah, bro, that's what's kept me stuck. So let me ask you this, Daniel. If we get started today and you start to apply the techniques I've shared with you today on reprogramming your habits, what's that going to do for your business, man? How much more money are you going to make? Whatever he says. Daniel, as far as I'm concerned, there's infinite downside. There's no downside and infinite upside. Let's get this going right now, brother. Let's get you closer to that $1 million goal. Sound good? Who the fuck is saying this, bro? Who is closing like this? I don't see anyone. People don't know what they're talking about. This is the thing about this space. I'm about to come through and obliterate this space and actually talk the truth and show people truly the truth of these things. Because so many people are out here talking shit. They don't know. They just like, yeah, anyway, let me not get into that. I'm going to go on a rant. But you get my point, brothers. You see how impeccable that close was there. I looped it back to what's the worst that can happen? What's the best that can happen? I get him to go back to his vision, what he's trying to achieve. Again, you could even go, and what's the best that can happen, Daniel? I can make 60,000 extra a year. What's that going to do for you? I'm going to retire my parents. So my brother, the question now, it's not do you want to invest in yourself? Because can we agree? The program's going to work, right? Again, I've already got him at a 10 out of 10. He believes in the product. You can ask questions like that. With myself, Daniel, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you I can help you? Oh, I'm a 10. In terms of the program, do you believe it can help you? Yeah, I'm a 10. Right? So can we agree that the problem is that you don't think it's going to work for you? For you. And can we agree that that's because you're scared to put in the work? Yeah. And can we agree that your mindset is the thing holding you back, which I'm going to help you with? Yeah. Well, Daniel, it's not a question of do you want to invest into the program? It's a question of do you want to retire your mum? Bro, how is he not going to close? And again, this is all done from genuine people. People say, oh, sales is manipulation. No, it's not, my brother. Because when I have a product that I believe in so much and I know it's going to transform his life, and I have a great guarantee in place that guarantees the investment back, and I'm going to put my heart and soul into helping this brother win, I'm going to sell him because he's currently selling himself out of greatness. Do you understand? And if he's not the right fit for the program, I will never push him into doing something. But if I know I can help him and I believe in my product, I am going to sell him, and I'm going to use these techniques for the good of him and myself because it's facts. If he doesn't move forward, he's not going to be able to probably to retire his mum. When I believe my product is the best in the space at helping entrepreneurs with the mindset and he needs help with mindset, I'm going to sell that thing. Do you understand this, guys? So that's how you close the deal. You loop it back. You future pace it. You increase certainty because anything that's happening in this moment is very simple. They are either they're going to be uncertain and you're going to boost their certainty. That's it. If they was in a state of absolute certainty, they would move forward right there. If they knew for a fact, if you said to them this, right, brother, if I give you $20,000, all you have to do is give me $10,000. No scam, nothing weird going on, 100% guaranteed. They would give you $10,000 for $20,000 because they're certain it's going to happen, right? You have not conveyed to them that the value of your product is worth them giving you their money. That's it. That is all it comes down to in salespeople. They believe that the money is better off in their bank because you haven't conveyed to them the value that you can help them achieve, the product, the service, or you, whatever it might be, and you haven't removed the limiting beliefs and blocks in their mind. Again, this all goes back to mindset. If you're in sales, you're not working with the subconscious, you are leaving money on the table. And if you're in sales and you run a team, get me to come and work for you guys. I'm going to help you guys print so much more money. It's undeniable. I don't believe there's a better sales guy than me out there. Why? Because I'm a master at the subconscious mind, and I understand that mindset is the key. Mindset is the key to business, sales, everything. It's psychology, guys. If you're not working with the mind, what are you doing? It's very simple. And I could dive into so many other aspects that I haven't gone into in this training about the subconscious mind, about beliefs, about emotions, about anchoring, about habits, about how language patterns are linked to the subconscious mind, about how tonality, body language is all linked to the subconscious mind, beliefs that hold you back from asking for more money. All of these things, guys, if you're not, let me not get started. You can even tell just by the way I'm saying this. You know that mindset's the key. Anyway, so you ask these questions. Lower action threshold, all right? Ask questions that will make it easier for them to say yes, or it could even be getting them to say no. So what do I mean by that? People think that sales, you always have to get them to say yes, yes, yes. Not true. You just have to get them to agree with you. So for example, I could say to you, do you believe if you work on your mindset, it's going to help you achieve your goals? Yes. I say, if you keep up with your bad habits, are you going to achieve your goals? No. They're still complying with you. They're still agreeing with you, right? What's the worst that can happen? What's the best that can happen? That's a golden question right there. Money back guarantees, testimonials, one-time offer or discount. This is great as well. You can have like a decision to buy now. Again, lowers the action threshold. Testimonials, obviously authority, boosts confidence. One-time offer or discount, scarcity, urgency. Money back guarantee, confidence, right, in what you have. If you want to read a good book, guys, read the book Influence by Robert Cialdini. Change your life. So again, lowering the action threshold is basically getting them to move over the edge. Like, listen, I have a money back guarantee. Okay, if you don't make the money back within 90 days, I'll work with you for free until you do. It's just like, will this work for me? I have a few doubts. Simple as that, right? Or like, again, showing testimonials, like it worked for those guys. Now, if they get to the point, right, where they're like, you've done all of the action threshold, you've tried everything, and you're like, I want to help this person, and they're just not moving, bring out the pain threshold. Brother, I completely understand you need to think about this. But let me ask you this question, man. If you don't make a change today, in a week from now, where are you going to be? In a year from now, where are you going to be? And what did you tell me earlier about your mom and dad? You want to retire them. So let me just ask you this. In a year from now, if you look your mom in the eye and you still see her working, you still see your dad slaving away because you didn't choose to work on your mindset to get to that level, how are you going to feel? And they're going to be like, damn. Say, brother, do you want to fix that? Yeah, man. Let's get this going then right now. I'm going to send you the invoice. I'm going to get you onboarded right now. You get and move forward at the best price possible. And we get you started today. And I promise you in 1 year from now, you're going to be saying to me, John, I retired my mum and dad. That's how you do it, guys. And again, it's all from being integral and ethical. Understand this, guys. If you believe that sales is manipulation and it's not good enough, no, my bro. When you understand that sales is literally helping people, it's serving people, you believe you have a great product, you have great guarantees and offers in place, you know your product can help them, it's good. It's amazing. And it's just like you realize that people's beliefs are what make it weird. Like, it's like, okay, if the product was $10, would it be bad? No. So he has a limiting belief around money. Again, we're in a very specific field. If you're watching this, you're obviously in sales, you understand high-ticket sales. The average person wouldn't understand high-ticket sales. The average person doesn't understand business. This isn't for those sort of people, right? It's for a very specific type of person. And then lastly, guys, you run more loops. So again, constantly asking loops, bringing it back, re-increasing certainty, bringing it back, re-increasing certainty. Again, this is all done from a place of integrity. It's all done from a place of truly wanting to help them because they want to be helped, but they just have fears. So this has been one of the most profound sales trainings you've ever gone through. I'm going to put these in the document, this document in the link below. And other than that, guys, if you want help leveling up and making more money in your business, making more sales, it's mindset. 90% of it's mindset. DM me on Instagram, mindset right now. We'll have a conversation and I'll explain to you exactly how my 90-day mentorship works, how the guarantee works, and how I guarantee to help you or your team print more money using the powers of the subconscious mind. God bless.